Welcome to a moment of intriguing introspection beyond the realms of fear, hesitancy, and doubt. A deep dive into the questions of the ages shared with the courage that may challenge perception, yet teases open the expansive depth of conscious awareness. This is a rare and unique moment in our collective history. And beyond all sense of dogma, I am Master Lady Kira Raa, promising to call forward the essence of all that you are. Join me as I offer the latest self-ascension revelations with supportive wisdom. And why not remember that peace, love, and joy are your birthright? So this is the moment to bring your hand to your heart and to give yourself the gift of relaxing into a deep breath with a wondrous exhale. I look forward to joining you right now in another episode of Expanding Consciousness. Well, welcome everyone to Expanding Consciousness. I am Master Lady Kira Raa, and today I'm here with you in what I like to call a secret garden. This is actually right outside the 200-year-old hacienda portion of my little apartment here. And I'm just going to invite you to feel the beauty of my ancient walls and this beautiful vegetation. It's a gorgeous day here at TosaBlueMountain.com in Ecuador. And my heart is just beaming and radiating to be with you. Whether this is your first time joining me at Expanding Consciousness or whether it's your bajillionth time, thank you for coming and discovering this library. Because that's what this podcast is. That they are an amazing moment of conscious awareness. They're a moment for us to come together and say, yes, 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 I am ready to expand, to go beyond the limitations, to accept the vast blessings that are yours to harvest, yours to remember, yours to call forward. And as part of this encyclopedia of consciousness that is just compelled within me to leave for whenever you may receive it, whether you are receiving it in 2024 when it was first put out to the world, whether you're receiving it in another field of experience or dimensionality, I honor you. And I am grateful that you have found this moment right now to discover the center of all that you are. And I do pray that you may be discovering us over at amfm247.com, an extraordinary station owned by an incredible being, and bowing before all that they do for the world as well, and all of the AM and FM stations out there that are carrying us on real radio. We love it, and we love you. So I want to invite you right now to kind of sit back, relax, just really ease into this moment and invite yourself on this beautiful morning. Whenever you're receiving this, I want you to feel the gloriousness of the most beautiful blue you've ever seen and the clearest air and the freshest experience. And to be in that moment right now, to just be feeling that, to be really bringing that in. And as you're bringing that in, I want to invite you right now to call forward into your experience the dream. Are you living it right now? Then bring it up larger. Is it something that you let go of a long time ago? Then feel it coming right back into your conscious awareness right now. And I'm reaching for my yummy green tea mushroom turmeric combo is today's fare. And as you're going into that dream, as you're calling that dream in for you, as you are going deeper and deeper with that dream, notice first, and we're going to go through all the 5 medicines on this, because what are we talking about today? We are talking about the fact, and I want you to really receive this as a fact, okay? In whatever way your heart needs to receive it. Happy endings are real, and I believe in them. And frequently, almost exclusively in this potentiality, in order to call forward a happy ending, there might have been a very challenging beginning. And the blessing of this moment, the reason that we are talking today about the co-creative power of the happy ending and how to bring that in and the conscious awareness that sustains that, the reason we're doing that and the reason that I want to timestamp this episode is because we are This is our first gathering in expanding consciousness in the post-equinox world of September 2024 in this field of potentiality where time is counted in that fashion. And that matters because the potentiality of the happy ending has unfolded. We are here. I am as you are. Really take a moment and breathe that in. So let's go look at this. Let's unpack it, shall we? Because to give permission to the self to relax beyond all the fear, all the doubt, and all the hesitancy, which are what? Seeds of self-sabotage. Fear, doubt, hesitancy, the three seeds of self-sabotage that sustain the victim consciousness of a victim, a rescuer, and an abuser continually playing out, thereby preventing you from achieving that dream, from calling that dream forward, or from calling that dream forward and wondering what else, what's more, or being at the moment within your own dream manifested to be able to help others attain theirs. That is the blessing of the happy ending, is that the happy ending is never singular. A happy ending is always best shared and comes forward when shared. A happy ending is the recognition that the experience of the expansion of consciousness while in this body of form is never ending. That to remember, let's go back. Just close your eyes for a minute, right? And let's just go back a moment ago. A moment ago, when we were all having the most amazing cocktail party in another potentiality and giggled at each other and said, hey, you want to do Earth? You want to go try that one? Shall we go try that? And it's like, yeah, I'm up for that. I'm up for that. And then we took the dive. And we have been here ever since we had that fabulous recognition at that cocktail party that we needed to be here. And now that party has given us rise to remembering the other party, to be able to say, oh yeah, to know that in a moment of transition, I close my eyes and open them, and we're sitting at the master's table, clinking glasses going, wow, wow, knowing that we're all there. Who among you right now has not taken their seat at the table? How about you? The happy ending is showing up in your finest armor, in your greatest wisdom, in the benevolent king queenship that has unified into this planet as of the equinox of September 2024, to come and stand at that table and to place your arms down, take your rightful seat, and feel the blessing of that unified field. The relaxation into the table of wisdom, in the knowledge of the allness and the support through oneness. Really breathe that in for a minute. Really breathe that in, because that's what happy endings look like. You know, as we look at the five medicines, as we begin to recognize that we can command them, and the year 2025, I can only describe as a whirlwind. I've already put out the predictions, I'm going to make them public. It's a whirlwind. And the gift of the whirlwind is that if you are in your happy ending moment, if you are consciously there, if you are manifesting this joy, this co-creation, this happiness, this extraordinary depth of expansion, if you are really ready to do that, then your whirlwind, then hold on, get ready. The best part of your life is just beginning. That is the energy of the whirlwind, of that joy, of that positive visioning. This is why talking about a happy ending, are they real? Are they not? What does it mean? The happy ending is the moment where, and it always goes back to that same field, right? It's that moment where you go back to what the perennial philosophies have had out there since the 1st and 2nd centuries BC, and Aldous Huxley brought together, Spinoza worked with it. It's all about right now, remembering who you are while you are in this body of form. Remembering who you are while still in this body of form so that you may activate your highest mastery presence so that you may be sustained in that field. So that when you walk into a room, when you show up, it's tangible. And you don't have to say a word. You just have to show up. It is that sincerity, that carrying of that positive vision, that knowing within of the depth of what happy is beyond an emotion. And those emotions matter. Well, we're still having a body of form. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that. We're getting back there. But right now, let's look at that. What is that happy ending? It is that recognition of all that you are while in this body of form, consciously aware of all of the fields of potentiality that have brought you into this moment. And what's so profound about that, because I live that, and that has been the blessing of the ascension of Ascended Master Wisdom Teacher Sri Ramkha. He did not come to have a human life. He did not come to lead that way. He came so that we may all have our happy ending. Every one of us. His ascension gifted me with the opportunity to understand something we had only conceptualized, something we knew was the potentiality of the human experience, but we never dreamed we would be alive to do. Because in sincerity, his body needed to transcend so that all that he is could come into me. All that I am was for that extraordinary gift that he gave me. The up level and the wisdom and the consciousness and the awareness, the unified field of all that I am, so that your awareness comes in, so that you are capable of being the unified field of all that you are. And then to know that the happiest of endings is that more and more of us become aware of who we are while we are in this body of form, thereby able to gaze into the field of five medicines, staying in the conscious awareness, the meet me here moment, where my eyes are your eyes, there is no separation. And imagine the dance of the body and form at that stage of awareness and wholeness when it finds union with another body of form in that stage of wholeness and awareness as well. Imagine how fast consciousness can evolve when when that first drop in the water, when that first pure essence drops and the ripples begin. Imagine when we are no longer just one drop. Imagine this drop with another drop. Imagine the weight of that one already amplifying by two, by another, and by another. Beyond the fields of all isms stands the depth of our conscious awareness. And I want you to really breathe that in for a minute. Beyond the field of all isms stands the depth of our conscious awareness. Because in order to smile at the knowing of what we did not even know we were unaware of, is to itself arrive into an experience of conscious awareness that is seeking its own evolution. How you doing? I want to check in with you right now. How are you doing? You catching up? You with me right now? Whether you are or not, whether you think I'm crazy or not, doesn't matter. What matters is you're here. And what matters is that simply by being here, we become the balance, the planting of the seed while enjoying the bounty of the harvest. That's the true balance, is it not? The continual energization, the life cycle as the law of instantaneous manifestation. Consciously aware of planting the seeds while benefiting from the beauty of the harvest. I'm taking a pause because I'm smiling. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, a beautiful being who's here. You know, we have so many beautiful beings here at Tosa Blue Mountain. I really hope that when you're ready for the moment of your lifetime, go check out TosaBlueMountain.com and come down here. Come see what our planet Gaia is ready to remember us all into being. And yesterday, when one of my beautiful guests was here, because I don't cruise the internet, I don't do things a lot of people do. I come here with you, but that's about the extent of it. She showed me an article And of all places, it was in popular mechanics. And I have to admit, it took my breath away that it was in popular mechanics. I thought, wow, what is this article doing in popular mechanics? And it was an article about consciousness. And it was an article that was basically saying exactly what I'm saying, only in their world, it was all theoretical. They were talking about arriving at this level of consciousness. And I giggled with the woman who was sharing it with me and said, you need to reach out to this Harvard professor because this guy needs to meet me. Let me blow up his thesis. So those of you that know this Harvard professor, he needs to fly down here and meet me because I can prove his thesis and also show him where he's a little off base. And that's not arrogance. That's just living the energy of it. It's one thing to be in theory. It's another to be living it. You are capable of everything that article theorizes, only we have already arrived there. And we have arrived there, and I am living proof, as are you, or you would not be tuning into this. You wouldn't have hung out this long listening. You are capable right now of relaxing out of the mind field of density and remembering yourself. And this is why you know the truth of it. To be supported, to remember what you are, goes back to where we began today. That's the happy ending. The happy ending is to know that in all of the mind fields, and I like calling them mind fields, of this experience of potentiality, we right now have so many potentialities that are collapsing in on us so quickly because of the implosion that is happening. The gift of any implosion is that you're bringing it all in. That's the happy ending. It's the bringing it all in. It's the remembrance. And then it's the taking of the action. Recognizing that once you step into quantum space and time, you're meeting people, things are coming together. Things happen in ways that the human mind wants to say no, when the quantum mind and the fields of potentiality already see where this is going and where it's done. And those dominoes are placed in front of you, still with complete conscious awareness and always the safety mechanism of choice. Happy endings are a choice. They are your choice. They're certainly my choice. And they can be fully embodied as reverse aging, body reshaping, reversing health. How many times have I transcended cancer? It's not going to get me. I'm not going to let it get me. I know what causes it now, and I am able to see my way through that and take the steps to prevent the recurrences. And aware of when those recurrences are birthing inside of me, what is calling that forward? Isn't that a happy ending? To have that much self-awareness of all the medicines, beginning with the physical, our 12 o'clock hour. We take form to expand our consciousness. We were at that great cocktail party and said, hey, you want to do Earth? Yes. Because we're a little bored. Let's see how much further we can take this. Let's go feel each other in that way again. Let's touch, right? Let's grow hair or not. How many different heads of hair have I had over the past 22 years for those of you that have watched me on YouTube, right? What's funny is this was my hair when I was born. This is the hair I was born with and hadn't been on my head in a long time. Happy endings. What are the happy endings that are happening in your life right now? What are you remembering into your life? Remember, as we go into this body of form, our 12 o'clock hour, the first fall is to that 3 o'clock position of the emotionality. And yet it is the journey from the physical to the emotional that carries the greatest amount of love. That's where we fall in love. That's where we fall in love. And then from the emotional, right there, the emotional to the mental is where we create through love. In this world of potentiality, September has been our physical into the emotional. And October is going to be our emotional into the mental. And November will carry us mental into the spiritual. But December, whew, that's the trampoline. That's when either you're going to jump up and reunify or you're going to fall backward. It's huge. And through it all, you can walk through those 5 medicines in a field without the stability of consciousness, or you can jump into that and be in the whirlwind and let October, November, and December bring you and spin you into the most extraordinary moments of your life, kicking off the whirlwind of 2025. That is humanity's reset moment. We are resetting, and happy endings are yours to choose, to command, and to co-create with. Imagine a world right now where with every breath and with every moment, you only saw the highest of each being in this lifetime, their highest potentiality. Imagine that. Know that. And then feel the gift of compassion for you, for all that you have ever done, ever been, for every single piece, no matter how horrific. We all have our challenging beginning in one way or another. It is that challenging beginning that is right up until the moment you say, I am here. That challenging beginning is what set you up for this happy ending. To know that you deserve it. You deserve this happy ending. You've waited a lifetime for it. Whether you are 10 or 110, a happy ending is nothing more than a new beginning. As you call in your happy ending right now, what is birthing before you? What is the blessing that you are being showered with? And are you saying yes, or are you running? And if you are running, what direction are you going in? Are you running forward into this and saying yes, or are you running away and retreating? Because as it says in the Lost Books of the Essene, Lesson 5, A Lion Walks Out of the Woods, go to shriandkira.com. It's free. Read it. Lost Books of the Essene, Book 5, The Lion Steps Out of the Woods. It's in our free ensoulment library, shriandkira.com. Here's what they say, that when you step out of the woods, you will be met by 3 things, all of them wanting to steal you and one ready to embrace you. You will be met by the hunter who is still in the woods and was waiting for you to have the courage to walk out. And they will hunt you with everything they have because they have been waiting for you. But a wise lion walks out of the woods fully aware that the hunter is there and sending them back so much love, presence, courage, and commanding that they lay down their arms in awe, unable to do anything except witness your rise. And then you will be met by the ones who are afraid of you. And they will see you walk out of the woods. And for the first time, many who you knew may go, oh my God, there's a lion. And they will run as far as they can. And the lion knows that, because the lion knows in their rising, they will be inspired at some point to rise themselves. And then the lion arrives in the middle of the plateau that the lion did not even know existed till they started walking, where there are so many other lions waiting to greet thee, and where you relax and exhale into all that you are when the happy ending begins. You cannot walk out of the woods and be the person you were while hiding in it. When you step out into the light, it is the lion that roars. It is the in-lionment, the a-lionment of the divine mastery presence that you know through the depth of a remembrance that shakes you to your core. It is a dismissible voice until you give it credence. It is the moment within you that calls forward a wellspring of the transcendent knowing of forgive them. They know not what they do. Love them. They know not what they do. In the full healed wholeness that in each potentiality and in all the multidimensional overlays of this potentiality, to arrive at the transcendent state of the empowered mastery knowing does not mean there are no ramifications for the actions of this planet. Of course there are. There will always be the resolutions and the ramifications in the 3rd dimension, 5th dimension, 7th dimension. But by the time you hit the 7th dimension, you have stood up. You cannot stand in the fields of what I see as the seventh dimension unless you have dropped all judgment. Judgment is the limitation. Judgment is the barrier. And it begins, of course, with self-judgment. Until you can honestly release the self-judgment and honestly forgive thyself, you will not ever be able to stand beyond the fields of greed, jealousy, and competition. The three seeds sown into humanity that are the ones that keep us below the soil. In order for these seeds to rise, they must be watered through the field of consciousness itself. Words will never shift it, ever. And an eye for an eye will always make the whole world blind. Gandhi. In this moment, our collective happy ending is beginning. How wondrous. What is birthing in your life right now? Get to ShriandKira.com. Be there for I Am Mastering Magic. Explore more. Expand your consciousness. Join me the first Sunday of every month, or the last Sunday, as in this case will be. I'm going to be on the air this Sunday with all of the October predictions. Be there. YouTube Live this Sunday, official Shri and Kira, and make sure you subscribe. I love you with all my heart. Expansion is a gift. Joy is a choice. And your happy ending is right in the palm of your hand. Claim it, because birth is happening. I love you with all my heart. Many blessings. Thank you for joining me on Expanding Consciousness. Learn more about the Yoga of Self-Ascension at ShriandKira.com, and make sure you're subscribed to YouTube, official Shri and Kira. Remember, you are the gift. I love you and look forward to being with you again. Namaste.